Hello everyone, welcome back to another reaction video. Thank you all to the new subscribers. Thank you all for showing your support by liking the videos, commenting, and sharing the videos as well. If you are new to the channel and you are enjoying the content, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you are subscribed, make sure you're still subscribed. OneLove now has memberships available. As of right now, there are 2 tiers you can sign up for. The first tier is called the OneLove Fan. The perks that you will receive are loyalty badges that set you apart from the rest in the comments. You will also be able to use custom emojis as well as priority replies to comments. The second tier is called the Lovely Crew. The perks that you will receive here are the loyalty badges, custom emojis, priority reply to comments, member shoutouts, and early access to new videos. More perks will be added down the road. If you are interested in joining the membership, please feel free to hit the join button. So we have a lot to get into today, but before we really dive into this video, I want to share a clip of the deleted live that Olivia had I believe it was last Wednesday. There was a subscriber who requested that I posted a specific clip from that live. So I'm going to go ahead and post it, and then we'll talk about it afterwards.
Okay, Dollar Tree, I see you trying to get fancy. The Dollar Tree's trying to get fancy, y'all. Ooh, I'm so happy to have a new broom. I'm gonna keep this broom outside. Okay.
So this was the clip that this subscriber wanted me to post. And she said when she saw this part, she got a weird vibe. Now, I watched this multiple times over and over. What I felt watching this more than anything was I felt sadness, because it definitely gave the vibe to me that Kalani is used to being left alone. When she heard the door shut, it's like she jumped up and she was kind of like moving around, but then she sat down almost like she was waiting to hear that sound to let her know that her mother was back in the house. Sad, because I just feel like, and I've expressed this before, but I just feel like Kalani is such an afterthought when it comes to Olivia. I feel like Kalani has, for so long, just kind of been to herself. Like, really been alone. I mean, even when she was a baby, like we saw multiple lives that Olivia did where Kalani was in that room by herself. And, you know, it didn't matter what time of day it was, even at night. Like, that baby would cry and just end up crying herself back to sleep, because it's like Olivia just tucked her away because she didn't want to deal with her. And so now that Kalani is becoming more vocal and she's moving around, you can definitely see how Olivia is still, you know, being annoyed by having to deal with Kalani. And I think it's even more disgusting because when I was rewatching the beginning of this deleted live, prior to us getting to this scene, she kept, you know, asking Kalani, because Kalani was trying to get her attention on something. And Olivia was like, "Are you hungry? Are you hungry?" And the baby was like, "Yeah." And Olivia, on multiple occasions, instead of her giving Kalani food, she was feeding her own self food. She opened up a pack of crackers, was eating the crackers, then she went in the refrigerator, opened up some lunch meat, ate the lunch meat, put it back in the refrigerator, went back to the open bag of crackers, and still had not gave Kalani any food. It's the craziest thing. But this really made me sad because, like I said, I feel Kalani is really just an afterthought. But moving on, I do want to go back to the Friday live that Olivia did because I told y'all that was an almost 5-hour live. And so there's one more section of this live that I want to get into. So let's go ahead and get into it.
And ladies, let me say this too. Hopefully you can hear me. This is a lot of noise. Can y'all hear me? Let me say this too. We need to be more gentle with our sons. Internet. AJ, get out of my face. Get out of my face. Okay, excuse me. Get out. Let's go.
Is this the type of gentle parenting you're talking about, Olivia? The way you're always yelling at AJ, really yelling at all your children, cussing at them, can't just give them simple directives. Everything you tell your children has to have a cuss word included. You're always raising your voice at them, telling them to get out of your face, get away from you, leave you alone, because you don't want to be bothered. Is that the type of gentle parenting you're talking about?
Very, very gentle. You know how many times I've kissed Christian and AJ in the last 24 hours? I'm always kissing my babies. And believe it or not, when my sons turn 18, if they're living with me, I'm not kicking them out. No. Some people are like, no, you can get out of my house. You a man, go do your... No. You can stay in my house. You don't have to pay bills. No, you don't have to pay bills. Well... let me see. Do I want my... No, I don't need nothing from my kids. I don't want them paying bills. I want them to go to school, figure out what they want to do with their life, pursue that, have a job, and save most of their money. Save most of their money because they're not paying bills. They can stay with me and they can build up enough money to get good. You know what I mean? But yeah, I feel like as women, because I can't speak for men, but as women, we need to be just more loving, soft. We need to show these boys how it feels to love. That way they can go out and they can love on a woman because they were loved. So many men that I talk to, and it happens over and over. These men have horrible relationships with their mom.
Wow. Olivia, it's like I'm really trying to figure out how are you sitting here saying what you're saying right here as if it's not documented how you are with your children. But since you're speaking on sons, there's a lot of documentation showing how horrible you are to your sons. I mean, look at how you are with Christian. This little boy overheard you saying that your kids get on your nerves. And that hurt his feelings when you said that. And he literally said to you, why is it that he gets on your nerves? We have seen countless times you fussing and cussing at Christian. We definitely have seen countless times you fussing and cussing at AJ. Threatening to smack him. Calling him slow. Calling him names. Saying that he's a terror. You say he's a bully. You speak all these names on AJ. And you think this little boy ain't going to remember the words that you spoke? You think this little boy is just going to some kind of way forget how you have spoken to him? How you treat him? How you don't show any love or affection to him? And you think you are the poster mom to advocate for young boys being able to grow up not having issues towards women? You think you're the poster woman to advocate for that? You're the reason why there are a lot of screwed up men out here. It's because of women like you who are very reckless in how they quote unquote parent their children. I think this is shameful for you to sit here and say what you're saying as if the people ain't been witnessing the type of treatment that you bestow upon all of your children. This is insane. You are in no position, Olivia, to speak about any type of bad mother that has sons. Because look at the damage that you are already causing your sons. This is so sad. And it's ridiculous to hear you say what you're saying right here.
Horrible. Like, goddamn, can I just find one man that has a loving, nurturing, affectionate mother? Just one? Because once they tell me my mama don't give a fuck, my mama don't give that, my mama does, I'm just like, oh, I already know. Then you don't, then you're gonna, I already know how this is gonna go. I already know. And look, I can say all this shit, and I have 5 kids by 3 different baby daddies. I sure do. People are so funny when they're like, oh, no man is ever gonna, bitch, what? No man is ever gonna want me. What?
I know you do not like this word, but substance is the missing link here, Olivia. Yes, we've already established that men will want you because you're a fun time, as Anton Daniels stated. You're a fun time. But if you're trying to find a man of substance, if you're trying to find a man who has value in themselves and they have something to bring to the table, financially, emotionally, intellectually, spiritually, if you're looking for that type of man, those are not the type of men that would naturally gravitate to you. See, a real man wouldn't respect a woman like you who neglects their children, who doesn't take pride in their children, who doesn't honor their children, who speaks to their children any kind of way, do bare minimum when it comes to being a mother, who doesn't have any aspiration, who's not trying to better themselves from a mental standpoint, a financial standpoint, a spiritual standpoint. Yeah, those type of men, they look at all of that. They're not just looking at what you look like. They're not looking at what, your hair texture looks like, or your eyes, or, the fact that you're trying to lose weight, or you may want to get a BBL. Those type of men are not fixated on those things. They're actually looking at quality. They're focusing on your character. They're focusing on what type of a human being are you. That's what matters. But I know you are so caught up in the fact that you feel that all men only care about aesthetics. And so that's what you try to bring to the table. You don't care about education. You don't care about really bettering yourself. All you care about is trying to get your body to look a certain way and making sure that you're, learning the newest tricks in doing makeup and, doing stuff with your hair. Like, that's all that you care about. But I'm telling you, if you're looking for someone of substance, they're going to keep passing you by, girl, because you're not what they're looking for.
Girl, I can find me a handsome or an eye looking man right now to literally pay all my bills and take care of me and my kids. I could find that right now, like that. But I don't want that, because I won't be happy, and then I'll end up cheating on him, and I'll break his heart, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that to somebody. So I want to be very extremely attracted to you, and I want you to be the whole package, because I deserve it, See, money isn't everything, men. You see, we're not gold diggers, because if I wanted to be a gold digger, I would just be with an ugly
I'll go home, okay?
simp. We all know the difference, ladies. We can go get a simp, and I don't mean simp. I don't mean simp. No. Let me rephrase that. Not simp, but no, fuck it, simp. Yeah. Because do you know the definition of simp? They tried to say simp is a bad thing. Simp is not a bad thing. Simp is not a bad thing. But it sounds bad, but I don't mean it bad. Because if you actually look at the definition of simp, I want a simp. I do, but I want an attractive simp.
Well, that explains it, Olivia. Girl, maybe you need to crack open your dictionary and look up the word simp, because this is ridiculous that you said this, and you said it loud and proud. Olivia, a simp is a foolish and unintelligent person. I mean, it definitely says a lot that this is what you want because this is who you are. You're a simp. You're a foolish woman and you're an unintelligent one. I think this is it's comical. I know you love using that word too because I use it, but it's very comical that you would say simp is actually not a bad word. Y'all should look it up because that's what I want. I want a simp, but I want a good looking one, girl. So you're the female version of a simp. Got it.
And what I'm gonna do when Kailani and AJ get a little bit older, and hopefully when I get my kids back sooner than later, I want to implement a money system, like a when you get allowance. I'm gonna say they get $100 allowance a week. Okay, well you're gonna save 30% of that $100 every time off top. Because you save it, that's going to teach them. I'm going to drill it in their head. And it's going to go in an account for them. I'm going to put it away for them. But I want them to get that drilled in their head. Whenever they get some money in their hand, oh, but I got to save 30%. I got to save 30% of this. I got to save 30% or 20%, whatever the fucking case may be. I don't know the exact number. But I'm just saying. And I feel like that will set them up for success, period. Just having the mindset of, I need to put some money up, I need to save it. Because it's building their wealth. It's constantly building their wealth, their savings, you know? And I wish that I wasn't hard-headed and I was taught that, because I wasn't, you know? I was spoiled, as you could tell. And, I mean, I love my mommy and my grandma and my stepdad and my dad and everybody for doing what they did, but I do feel like it's a crutch. Like I feel like it is, y'all, because I was so spoiled to the point where, you know, I just didn't. My grandma used to tell me, but once again, I didn't grow up with my grandma, you know. So it's like when I saw my grandma, I was around my grandma always used to try to drill it in my head. You save 30%, 20%, whatever. Save. But I wasn't listening.
It's very interesting to hear Olivia say that she wasn't raised by her grandmother when she said she was years ago. I find that very interesting. But what I also find interesting is her wanting to have this conversation about teaching her children to save money. It's interesting because, you know, these are conversations that I have been having, not as often, but I have been having it recent because I've been speaking about how I feel a lot of these moms in this sector don't manage their money properly. And so now Olivia is trying to speak as if she has financial wisdom. Now, I find it amazing that she's sitting here saying what she's saying, considering just last month she was online talking about she was homeless. It's not making sense, Olivia. I mean, it sounds cute. Yeah, you know, it definitely sounded cute because I know you love taking, you know, certain talking points from other people and you like to pass it off as if, you know, these are your original thoughts and feelings. But if you truly adopted these principles, Olivia, like I said, you wouldn't be in the situation you're in. You wouldn't be behind on your child support. You wouldn't have been in a situation where you're driving around in a car that's continually cutting off on you. You would have savings set aside, even to where your lights wasn't cut off here, not too long ago. You said that it took the people to help you save your place because your third baby daddy, allegedly, was only able to pay half of the bills. So it's like, girl, which one is it? Are you financially sound when it comes to the advice that you're providing right here, or are you just being a fraud? Because for us to see you living a broke life and, was on here crying that you was homeless so you could scam people out of their hard-earned money, it's definitely saying something completely different. But like I said, you love to act as if you are intelligent and you have all this knowledge and wisdom, when in all reality, you take from what other people have to offer and you try to pass it off as your own.
Oh, my grandma. My grandma always try to tell me, submit. There we go. Yeah, y'all all saying it. But it's okay. We win some, we lose some, honey. But I don't know why I was so spoiled. I was just so fucking spoiled, y'all. But I'm not saying anything bad. I love everybody.
I mean, honestly, it sounds to me Olivia is trying to change the narrative because a lot of people, including myself, have said that she's very entitled. And so, because she doesn't want to be deemed as entitled, now she wants to spin it as, you guys, I'm just spoiled. I've always been spoiled. No, it's really giving entitled, Olivia.
Because I've had a few friends in my life who were like actual legitimate savers. Like, girl, they saved, honey, okay? And I was just like, girl, you really be saving, don't you? What's that like? Oh. And girl, and before all my haters, oh my God, Olivia doesn't da da da. Girl, shut up. Neither do you. Okay? Stop acting like that's not new. Okay? A lot of bitches out here, a lot of people in general, we just weren't about that. Okay? We weren't taught that. We weren't heavy on that. Our parents didn't stand on business about that. And I feel like, I'm not blaming the parents. I'm not. I'm just saying, like, look, our parents do the best that they can with what they can, you know? So, it is what it is.
The argument is not to say that people who are saying what they're saying about you, you know, have never gone through their own financial issues. Like, I think most of us, you know, first getting out on our own and really trying to navigate the real world as young, you know, adults, yeah, you're going to make mistakes. You're not going to fully understand how to manage your money. You're going to make dumb choices. But the issue is, Olivia, you are 35 and you still ain't figured it out. That's the problem. So it's not to say that, you know, people are saying what they're saying because they've never gone through anything. It's just most of us adults went through that in our early 20s, learned from it, elevated, you know what I'm saying, and are doing better. And it's not to say that you can't do that yourself. It's just you choose, as always, to do bare minimum. You choose to be codependent. You choose to expect other people to take care of your business. You expect them to take care of your responsibilities. You expect people to take care of your children. You know, you do bare minimum. Never really trying to be an adult and handle your own stuff. And I don't think anyone is, you know, denying the fact that there are a lot of us who grew up in households where we wasn't taught money management. But as you get older, as you get out in the real world and you learn and you evolve and you have children, you break that cycle and you educate your children financially. So, again, I just feel it's not to say that, you know, people are coming at you for no reason. People are coming at you because you have a track record of not being responsible financially. We see how you spend your money. And the things that even you said you had a shopping addiction, Olivia. So it's like it's just a lot of stuff that you're saying that's not making sense. And because you're always trying to prove the next person wrong and just standing in your stuff and owning up to it instead of trying to lump everybody into the same category of everybody's like you and you're like everybody, like this is why you remain in the same position, because you don't put yourself in a position to grow. Because you're always not wanting to acknowledge the fact that there are some things with you that needs work. And it's not a diss, it's just a reality. But you could actually fix it if you chose to do so.
Yeah, guys, you know, I don't know. My mindset has changed so much. And I think that's just why I can't get jiggy with these men out here. Yes, I don't care how you feel. I have needs. I like to have sex. Oh my god. Sorry, I said the unspeakable. But once in a while, once every couple years, a couple times a year, I'm gonna get my back broke, okay? However the fuck I feel like doing it, okay? But when it comes to actually taking these men serious, I pick and choose who I want to take serious.
Girl, you tried it. You tried it. We ain't falling for it. Girl, don't come on here acting like you just having sex once or twice a year. No, ma'am. Don't do that. But, here's the thing, Olivia. Nobody is telling you to dislike sex. I think all human beings have a desire to have sex. It was created to be enjoyable, okay? But the issue is in the manner in which you do so. It is not okay for you to have as many sexual partners as you have had leading up into current. That is a bit excessive. It's very excessive. It's definitely giving whorish behavior. Now, if your conversation is, and it sounds like that's what you're saying, that you want us to accept the fact that this is the behavior you want to display on this internet, okay, then say that. But don't try to come on here and package what you're saying as if this is normal. It's not normal to move like this as a woman, especially a woman who claims to have integrity, a woman who claims to have self-worth and self-value and self-respect. A woman who is that type of woman would not have whorish behavior. And just because I'm saying what I'm saying to you doesn't make me a prune. It doesn't make me out to be someone who dislikes sex. I'm married. I can enjoy as much sex as I want. But that's the key word. I'm married. I'm not out here just having sex with random guys. And that's the issue, because how many times have you gotten pregnant with random guys that you wasn't married to? That's my point. That is not okay. It's not a good look, Olivia, and you shouldn't want to be out here looking like that. But at the end of the day, it is your body, your choice, right? You can do whatever as you will. But just because it's your body, your choice, if you choose to flaunt on the internet what you're doing with your body, don't get an attitude at the next woman who has a different opinion about it. Don't get upset when someone is trying to pull you to the side and say, baby girl, this ain't the way. This is not how you should be, carrying yourself as a woman.
I gotta see where your mindset is at. If your mindset is matching up with my mindset, then yeah, we could probably take it there. But if not, I don't really want to waste my time. I love you. So what did old boy say to me the other day? Damn, I had it in my brain and I lost it. He said something off the wall to me. And I forgot. If it comes back, I'll let you guys know. Back broke. You a legend with it. I guess. I just say what women don't want to say because they don't want to. You're a whore. You're a slut. You're a this. You're a girl. Okay, I'm all of that. What else? What are you stopping? What the fuck? I don't care. I don't care. No, we didn't break up. No, we didn't break up. It's just. I don't know. Oh, I did tell you guys we broke up. I was saying that earlier because I wanted people out of my business. But no, I just told y'all the truth. No, we're not broken up. I just don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Does he watch your videos? I don't know, babe. Who the fuck knows? He says he doesn't, then he says he does. Then he says he doesn't again.
I mean, what are y'all thinking? Do y'all think this guy actually has access to Olivia's channel, or do y'all think he's just messing with her? Because I'm kind of on the fence. A part of me feels maybe he's just saying that just to kind of see what she says. And then I'm kind of like, okay, well, it's a possibility he may have access to her channel. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all are thinking. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty much what I was saying earlier. Olivia really doesn't care. She doesn't care how she's out here looking. She doesn't care what people, I think to a certain degree, she does care what people have to say, but it's more so she wants people to accept the fact that, you know, this is how she wants to, you know, carry herself. And she wants to be a pass around in peace. You know, she doesn't want anyone critiquing her or saying anything about it. Like, this is pretty much what is given to me. But like I've been saying before, you know, this is not a woman who supposedly embodies self-love and self-respect. A woman who embodies that would not carry themselves as such.
We're going to do what feels best for us to do. Hold on. Let me call the kids' school real quick. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know when they get off, but girl, let me just make sure, okay?
I'm calling my glue?
No, don't pull on my pants. Let me just make double, triple sure.
Mom, calling my glue?
Huh? Okay, just wanted to make double, triple sure, honey, because I don't know what's going on with this school district. They're off, even, it's not just AJ. The kids in this apartment complex, they were saying that they're off today and Monday. But my other kids, they're not off today or Monday. And I just wanted to make sure it's not early release, honey. Okay, let me, gotta make triple sure. It keeps things spicy. I love me some spicy, honey. That's just the way I am. I gotta have it spicy, or I'm gonna get bored, and that's okay. People are like, "Oh, that's so bad." No, it's not. Like I said, as long as it's not like toxic, like, girl, like we're cheating or we're beating on each other, or no, fighting, yelling, screaming. No, we could just get in a little argument, get out, and then come back. And put it down. I would honestly say, ladies, don't ever get married. And I know that goes against God. I'm not trying to go against God or nothing like that. But marriage is such... Oof, you guys are not going to like me. Marriage is such a scam. It is. And let me tell you guys something. When you get married to a man, you're giving him equal rights to your children. I don't want you guys to ever trust men with your children. I don't want you guys to ever trust men with your children.
You want another one? You want another one? You don't pick up toys.
Talk about he hit your kid. Are you dumb, slow, or simply retarded? Which one is it?
I don't want you guys to ever trust men with your children.
And then they want to talk about how my friend popped his butt. And what if he did? Yeah, that rewind spoke volumes, didn't it? This woman had the audacity to try to come on this camera and in one breath say, well, what if I did let him hit my children? And in the next breath, try to tell her audience not only to never get married, but she also told them, don't ever trust a man with your children. And this is in the same live. 5 hours this woman was on this live, contradicting herself left and right. This is what this woman had the audacity to say.
They are not trustworthy until you've been through fucking hell and back, until that man has showed you that he doesn't have a disloyal bone in his body. Do not marry him. Fuck, oh, the traditional way. Let's get married and then have kids. And God forbid, if something goes wrong and you get a divorce, you're going to be fighting tooth and fucking nail to keep your kids. Now, granted, a lot of women, if you do it the right way and you get lawyers, you spend a fuck ton of money for the whole divorce situation, most women do get their kids. But nowadays, the system is so fucking corrupt and broken, they want to fuck up the kids.
So give them to their fathers. Take them away from the nurturer. Take them away from the love. Not the love, because fathers love their kids too, but take them away from the softness to make them hard shells of people. You feel me?
Girl, I definitely don't feel you, because I'm trying to figure out what kind of soft parenting are you doing over there when you are constantly yelling and cussing at your children. And we ain't talking about teenagers, we talking about toddlers. I mean, what kind of soft parenting is that? When you threatening to smack your children left and right to get out of your face. Like, what? That's soft parenting? If anybody is going to make your children hard, it's you, because of the venom that you spew from the moment they wake up till they go to bed at night. You are constantly yelling, cussing, and fussing at those babies. All the time. You think that type of interaction is not going to affect them in some kind of way? And then you want to talk about, nowadays, the court system, is all about taking children away from the mothers. Have you ever considered the fact that the caliber of women today is nothing compared to how it was back in the day? This generation is so degenerate. They lack morals. It's like a whole different breed of mothers today. And you fall in line. Because it's like the fact that you're sitting here blaming the court system for why you don't have your children is ridiculous. It's the court's fault. It's Gerard's fault. It's Nisha's fault. It's YouTube's fault. It's everybody's fault but yours as to why you don't have your kids. It's ridiculous. But it's even more ridiculous that you will sit on this internet and tell a group of women never to get married because your behind is bitter for the simple fact you can't find a husband. Because you can't find somebody that would be willing to take care of you and your children. Because you can't find a man that is willing to be there for you and to love you unconditionally, you want to hate on other women who have it. And on top of that, you want to destroy the hope of women who are looking to be married one day. You want to spew that upon them because you're bitter and you're unfulfilled and you're unhappy with your own life and your own circumstances. That is very evil of you, because the moment you find somebody where it looks to be this may be the guy, your tune will change once again. It will be, I'm going to get married, you guys. I think I want to marry him. This is my point. Regardless of what is going on in Olivia's life will determine what type of TED Talk she's going to give to her audience. Sad. So that's pretty much all for this video. I think I pretty much got everything I need to get from that Friday live. So this will be the conclusion of that live. It's crazy how much was in there, but like I told y'all, that was a almost 5-hour live she did. But with that being said, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. It's OneLove, and I'm out.